Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
Look in the bushes, look in the woods, look in the fields. Go to properties, look in their garages. You know, if he didn't hide his car, maybe somebody took him. I don't know.
Those are just some of the thoughts rushing through a mother's mind when her child goes missing. Good evening and thanks for joining us. Mike has the evening off. The family and friends of 14-year-old Jeffrey Randall can sleep easier tonight after he was found unharmed hundreds of miles away in Kansas City, Missouri this afternoon. When Jeffrey went missing on Sunday, family and close friends felt helpless because they didn't know where to begin to find him, saying someone should have done more. Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood explains what you should do if your child goes missing and why it's hard to find them.
As a mother, knowing your son is out there in the dark and it's cold and you're hoping he's safe and he's warm, it was a horrible feeling, a helpless feeling.
Angela Randall has been through the ringer today. Her son, Jeffrey Randall, went missing for 3 days. She feels she's been left in the dark.
I'm trying to be strong, but I fear for his life right at this point.
Thankfully, Jeffrey was found this afternoon. However, Randall is urging officials for a better, quicker system for finding runaways.
There should be more communication between the police departments and the sheriff's departments to work together.
As a parent, and a lot of parents would probably feel the same way, and I understand that there are certain requirements in order to activate an Amber Alert. And when someone leaves on their own will, and it's not necessarily an endangerment issue initially, it just doesn't fit the criteria.
Unfortunately, in a case like Jeffrey's, officials say they deal with runaway teenagers on a regular basis.
Anytime a young person runs away, we need to act quick.
Police say they use multiple tactics to actively search for those missing teenagers.
Get the word out, and social media is everywhere. And as you can see today, just by following it, social media, it reaches a lot of people that, you know, word of mouth generally doesn't.
And because of word of mouth, Jeffrey was found safe. In Fergus Falls, Christine Stanwood, Valley News Live.
Officials also urge parents to know what your children are up to, know who their friends are and who they talk with most. We reached out to Jeffrey's grandpa, who is his current guardian. He says that this is, quote, a sad situation, and adds that he is glad nobody got hurt. A family had to start rebuilding their lives today after a fire wiped out their home yesterday in Harwood, North Dakota. Dean and Barbara Halverson lived here more than 20 years in this single-story home. The elderly couple is still in shock. Harwood firefighters say they don't yet know how the fire started, but say it originated in the garage. The Halversons got out of their home just with the clothes on their back and lost everything in the fire. Now, a GoFundMe page has been set up for the family if you'd like to donate. We have a link to the page on our website. Head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. A year ago, students at Davies High School lost fellow classmate Srijin Lala to a car crash. While Lala was in high school, he traveled halfway across the globe to help kids struggling with cancer and other issues. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker shows us how friends and family are keeping Lala's memory and passion for humanitarian work alive.
We just feel like it's really important to keep his legacy alive.
Former classmate Maria Sleddy says Srijan Lala was a beloved student at Davies High, a teen who had a way of bringing all walks of life together. After searching for a way to honor Srijan, who gave so much of himself to others, his family decided to start a North Dakota chapter of Distressed Children and Infants International, a nonprofit that helps lift families in developing countries out of poverty through education, healthcare, and jobs.
We're really excited to be starting this chapter here in North Dakota. We're really hoping to do some good in the world in Srijan's honor.
Srijan's classmates knew him for his humanitarian work, which is why most of them, now college freshmen, came back for this special event.
He did a lot to help other people. He spent hours in Bangladesh helping child leukemia patients and doing research, as well as a lot of hours when he came home.
And this outpouring of support means a lot to Srijan's family.
We are very touched seeing the presence for everyone, especially all his batchmates who have come here. And the fact that so many people have turned up here today is also a testament to the fact that what he meant to the people here as well as to the community and his friends.
We just feel like it's important to find some sort of way to allow his spirit to keep giving and to keep helping even after he's gone.
Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
Money was raised through the silent auction and dinner to benefit the newly started North Dakota chapter of Distressed Children and Infants International. And you can learn more about the organization by looking for this story on valleynewslive.com. If you tried getting onto the Minnesota Judicial Branch website over the last week, here's what you get. Nothing. The site, mncourts.gov, has been taken offline for public access since December 22nd due to what they call a disruption. The courts are still open for business, and the public can still use the e-file system to deliver and receive court documents. But access to court schedules, case history, forms, a wide range of court-related information has been unavailable online. It's currently unclear, though, how long the website will be down for. United Blood Services, along with the local Mothers Against Drunk Driving chapter, will be hosting a 2-day New Year's resolution blood drive at the Holiday Inn starting in Fargo tomorrow. All donors will have a chance to win a pair of Justin Bieber tickets, Fighting Hawks hockey tickets, or a 40-inch flat screen. The first 75 donors will also receive a $10 gift card to Family Fare. You can donate blood tomorrow from 11:30 to 6 and Thursday from 8 to 2 at the Holiday Inn in Fargo. Between noon and about 8:30 yesterday evening, the State Patrol reported 49 vehicles off the road and 44 crashes across southeastern Minnesota. Leading the charge to make things as safe as possible for motorists are the snowplow drivers of MnDOT. After MnDOT officials saw heavy snow in the forecast, snowplowers left their headquarters and set out to clear off the area's busiest highways. Even daylight was dangerous on certain highways as plow drivers saw numerous crashes and spinouts. MnDOT officials say the transition between seasons can be rough on drivers, but plow drivers like Joe Fogarty say that they need to remember that snow means slow.
Slow down, keep space. You might get there a little later, but really still get there.
When it comes to clearing Minnesota's highways, MnDOT plow drivers are also taking it slow and steady, with Fogarty's plow topping out at just 25 miles an hour. North Dakota waterfowl hunters are being reminded that the Missouri River Zone Canada goose season will close at 2 p.m. on January 1st. And the High Plains duck and statewide light goose seasons will continue through January 3rd. Hunting seasons like the sharp-tailed and rough-headed grouse, partridge, pheasant, archery deer, and fall turkey will all also continue through January 3rd. For more information on the Missouri River Zone and High Plains duck unit boundaries, go to the North Dakota Game and Fish Department's website.